Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by. This time I'm coming at you for a really quick news snippet video. I just recently learned about some exciting news for us Hills Have Eyes Part 2 fans. Hills Have Eyes Part 2 movie from the 80s. Yes, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I grew up with it. I saw it, I think, when I was 15, and I watched it a lot after I, originally saw it. I was watching it on repeat and stuff, like as a 15-year-old, I think. So, I mean, it definitely brings me back to teen years, and, I mean, I don't think it's the most horrible movie in the world. Anyway, and yes, I've reviewed the movie, and also I've reviewed the first Blu-ray that came out of this movie, Hills Have Eyes Part 2. So if you want to know what I feel about the movie and the Blu-ray, or the first Blu-ray that came out, feel free to check out those videos. This video is for some really exciting news. Basically, I just learned that in September, Arrow Video is going to be releasing a new Blu-ray kind of limited deluxe edition of the Hills Have Eyes Part 2 from the 80s. When I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Obviously they released the original movie, and I got that, a deluxe version and limited, whatever the hell it was, and reviewed that a couple of, maybe 2 or 3 years ago at this point. And that release is great, and it's just so cool to have Arrow Video do the second one too, and in the same kind of limited deluxe versions, so you can have both of the original, for me, the first original, the two original Wes Craven Hills Have Eyes are the only ones that are really even watchable. You can have the two, in my opinion, the only two watchable Hills Have Eyes is in these awesome deluxe Arrow Video limited edition versions. So I've got some details here. About this release. We got brand new 2K restoration from original film elements. Obviously, when they say that, that's probably not going to be the original camera negative. Then if it was, they just say it. It's probably just obviously some other version, but whatever. I mean, I think it's fair to say that this Blu-ray is going to blow, the image Blu-ray the hell out of the water. Original uncompressed mono audio. You can see some of these. I'll just show all these, all these features on the screen so you can read them. Blood, Sand, and Fire, the making of Hills Have Eyes Part 2, brand new making of documentary featuring interviews with Michael Berryman, Janice Blythe, production designer Harry Manfredini, and unit production manager / first assistant director. You've got still gallery, original theatrical trailer, 6 postcards, reversible fold-out poster. That's I'm assuming that's going to have the original and the newly commissioned artwork on either side. Limited edition 40-page booklet featuring new writing on the film by Amanda. Why do these people never have last names I can pronounce? And archival set visit from Fangoria. Reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork. The US release date for this release is September 17th, and in the UK you guys are going to get it a whopping day early on September 16th. So wow, I really got to tell you, when I saw this, I was really excited. And look at this, what I can only imagine is the newly commissioned artwork. This looks really great. I mean, the artwork for the newly commissioned artwork for their the Arrow Video release of the original movie was absolutely fantastic. And this artwork is really great. In a lot of ways, it's very similar to the original, and I'm going to have a hard time deciding, to be honest, between which version I want to use. But just like with the original, or the release limited edition of the original movie, obviously it's going to be the newly commissioned on the kind of the cardboard box that you slip all this stuff into, and then you can have, like, if you want, the original artwork on the, assuming it's going to have the the clam shell in the normal kind of Blu-ray case inside or whatever. So I don't remember if the original movie release on Arrow Video had the reversible cover art option or not. I haven't looked at that release for a while, but I should actually rewatch the movie now. This news kind of makes me Hills Have Eyes. It's kind of regenerated my Hills Have Eyes whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, being a pretty big fan of the Wes Craven Hills Have Eyes movies, or I should say the Wes Craven directed Hills Have Eyes movies, because I think he was some kind of quote-unquote producer of the remake, or maybe the sequel to the remake. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of those movies, but oh my gosh, this is just so cool. I hope it's not, you know, too incredibly much money, but you know, to be honest, I don't really, I mean, it's really not that big a deal. As I said, you know, having seen this and watched it a lot when I was 15, you know, it is just kind of fun, and I do kind of think that, you know, I do kind of appreciate the more light kind of, I don't know, lighter tone of the movie compared to the original. The original is almost too hard to watch in certain spots, whereas this one is just kind of, I don't know, more mainstreamed and easier to watch. I think I may have said that in my review of it or whatever. But I guess I pretty much said my piece on this news. Really, really, really exciting. Feel free to let me know what you guys think of this news. You think you're going to be picking this release up? You know, this news is just too good to pass up. I'm definitely going to be double dipping on this mofo. So thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one.